Ever wondered what New York City was like in the 1800s? Imagine crowded streets filled with people from all over the world chasing their dreams. But this wasn't your typical neighborhood, this was the 5 Points, a place buzzing with energy, opportunity, and a bit of chaos. Let's take a trip back in time and see what it was all about. Gangs of New York isn't your typical movie, it's a gritty exploration of the American dream set in a time when New York streets were fierce battlegrounds. Imagine a slice of history where people fought tooth and nail for their piece of the American pie. Directed by Martin Scorsese, this film's a shade of human stories, each thread woven with the grit and grime of the mid-19th century.
Oh, you got a murderous rage in you, man. I like it. Oh, it's life boiling up inside of you. It's good.
It's a period in American history that's as turbulent as a stormy sea, marked by waves of immigrants arriving in a land brimming with promise and prejudice. The 5 Points district of Manhattan became a stage where these dreams and hardships play out in the rawest form. Who comprised the cast of the 2002 Martin Scorsese film? First up, we've got Leonardo DiCaprio playing Amsterdam Valen. Leo, as we all know him, is the guy who's been stealing hearts since he shouted, "I'm the king of the world" on the Titanic.
I'm the king of the world!
In Gangs of New York, he's a young man with a heavy heart and a score to settle. Then there's Daniel Day-Lewis as Bill the Butcher, cutting. Now Daniel's a method actor, which means he really gets into his roles. For the Butcher, he learned how to cut meat from an actual butcher.
I love to work with pigs. This is a kill. This is a kill. You know how to read. This is a kill.
Cameron Diaz steps in as Jenny Everdeen, the clever and beautiful pickpocket.
I'll have my medal back. Oh, Jesus!
Her character's a survivor using her wits to navigate a man's world. The supporting cast is like a who's who of Hollywood. Jim Broadbent plays Boss Tweed, the politician who's got his fingers in all sorts of pies. He's the guy pulling the strings behind the scenes.
Deliver these good and fervent folk to the polls on a regular basis.
John C. Reilly is Happy Jack, a former gang member turned cop. John's got that everyman quality that makes Happy Jack relatable, even when he's walking the line between lawman and lawbreaker.
Come out now, lad. Remember your father and me.
Henry Thomas, who you might remember as the kid from E.T., is Johnny Sirocco, Amsterdam's childhood friend. Henry brings a sense of loyalty and innocence to Johnny, making his journey from friend to foe all the more heartbreaking. And let's not forget Brendan Gleeson as Walter Monk McGinn. Brendan's got this presence that fills the screen, and as Monk, he's the moral compass in a world that's lost its way. The screenplay, a labour of love and collaboration between Jay Cox, Steven Zalen and Kenneth Longren, is based on Herbert Asbury's 1927 book, The Gangs of New York. Martin Scorsese, a filmmaker synonymous with cinematic excellence, dedicated 2 decades to nurturing this project, made Gangs of New York a reality. When Miramax Films stepped in to acquire the project in 1999, it was clear that the film was destined to leave its mark on the annals of movie history. The production itself was a feat worthy of the story it aimed to tell. Principal photography took place in the legendary Cincetti Studios in Rome. The film's loosely based on Herbert Asbury's 1927 book, The Gangs of New York. While it's not a documentary, the movie does draw inspiration from real events and characters that once roamed the streets of New York City. The film's budget of $97 to $100 million is a testament to its grand scale and ambition. It grossed over $193.8 million worldwide, proving its commercial success. The film holds an IMDb rating of 7.5 out of 10, reflecting the positive reception from the audience. Now about the characters. Daniel Day-Lewis's character, Bill the Butcher, is inspired by a real person named William Poole, also known as Bill the Butcher. He was a butcher by trade, a member of the Know Nothing political party, and had quite a reputation in the community.
Not our future.
The Know Nothings were known for their anti-immigrant and anti-Catholic sentiments, and they had a significant influence in the 1850s, with members in various political offices. Which historical events shaped Scorsese's portrayal of 19th century New York in Gangs of New York and the Irish Catholic immigrants, the Dead Rabbits?
That's a sorry-looking pelt.
While the specific fight shown in the movie is fictional, it represents the real gang wars that plagued the area.
17th Street.
shooters are attacking colored boarding houses, robbing them, and setting them on fire.
Get him! Did your daddy buy you out of the army? Can he buy me out of the army?
Fast forward to the main plot, where we follow Amsterdam Valen, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, seeking revenge against Bill the Butcher for his father's death. This personal vendetta is a work of fiction, but it's set against the backdrop of real historical events, like the Civil War and the New York draft riots of 1863. Scorsese's film is a powerful mix of stories that show the tough truth of its era. The draft riots shown in the movie reveal the chaos when people fought over freedom and equality. It's a gripping look at a time when things got really messy. But this film's about hope and the human spirit's incredible capacity to endure and overcome. Amidst the chaos, there are moments of compassion and solidarity that shine through. Characters like Jenny Everdeen, played by Cameron Diaz, show us that even in the darkest times, there's a light that can't be extinguished.
I don't know which one's yours.
The narrative's a complex one filled with characters who are neither wholly good nor entirely evil. They're a reflection of the times, shaped by their circumstances and their choices. The film invites us to look beyond the violence and see the people behind the battles, each with their own dreams and desires. This film is like a history lesson that shows us the tough times America went through as it was growing up. The film takes us back to the old days in New York City where life was really hard, especially for the people who just arrived in America, hoping for a better future. It's a story that's got a lot of heart and doesn't hold back in showing how rough things were. How does this movie reflect the enduring pursuit of the American dream? The movie's a journey through the past, but it's also about the present and the future. It tells us that the American dream, the hope for a better life, has always been a big deal here, and it's still something people are chasing after. Gangs of New York shows us that our stories aren't just about where we've been, but also about where we're going. That's what makes it really stand out. As we watch the movie, we see the characters go through a lot. They fight, they struggle, but they also have hope and a strong will to keep going. This mix of emotions and the powerful way the story is told make the movie really gripping. Even though the movie adds some drama to make it more exciting, it does a great job of giving us a feel for what life was like back then. We get to see the challenges that immigrants faced, the tough city life and all the messy politics and crime that were part of it. It's like getting a peek into one of the most important chapters of America's history.
Soldiers now on 38th Street. The mob will not disperse.
So, did this movie accurately portray the immigrant experience, or was it a Hollywood dramatization? In the comments below, let us know your thoughts on the film's historical accuracy. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more content.